It starts out good, and then it just dies on me. So, all right. Welcome back to Less Cash, More Mash. My name's Tom.
And my name's Mike.
And I'm cheap. That's what we come down to. I can't see. I can't see it anymore. So today...
We're going to use a marker till it doesn't mark.
Till it doesn't mark anymore. So today, we're actually name branding big time, man. I've never had an Old Forester product. So
Not
today...
Totally. We do have some that...
We have some name brands, but this is like one that... It's like the talk of the town right now. Anyone who does anything always raves about Old Forester. And I haven't actually had an Old Forester product. Although they do own Jack Daniels and Woodford Reserve and you know what I mean, but I haven't had one that actually said Old Forester. And this is their baby product.
They own it, or
this is they actually own Jack Daniels, and it's a huge company, but they actually own what's the matter?
a variety pack.
Well, yeah, no, they own a couple of big companies. Like Woodford Reserve is huge too, but this is the father company of all of them. They bought them all out. So. So Old Ford is produced by Brown Foreman, who owns everybody. They own all them people. They've been in the market continuously longer than any other bourbon out there. And in fact, they're noted to be the first bourbon ever exclusively sold with a sealed bottle. They were the first one to actually incorporate that into that. So Old Forester was actually named after a constant buyer that used to buy, the actual creator of this was George Garvin Browse, and he was the guy who used to come in and buy his whiskey continuously. So he ended up calling it Old Forester. It was named after Dr. William Forester, who used to be one of his huge patrons. They used to buy the guy's whiskey, so he actually named it Old Forester because it was named after.
See how much we research sometimes.
But what? Because you.
First time I read it.
Oh no, I never read the bottle. Does it say it on the bottle?
Yeah, his name's in the back.
Oh, well, there you go. See, I should start reading the bottle.
Great-grandfather of...
Yeah. It'll save...
I was listening.
No, that's fine. It'll save me on Google then, because I actually got that off of one of the 42 pages that I go on to try to find stuff. So I'm kind of excited to try this one because, again, I heard you hear so much of the 1910, 1920.
Let me slow you down.
Yep, that's all right. See if I can actually get this one in the cup.
Which is a twist off for a fairly named brand.
Well, this is their. What's Jack? When it comes to, no, I think Jack was a cork. When it comes to a name brand whiskey, this would be their bottom end. Yeah. They have is it called the Whiskey Row series? Whatever it is with the 1910, 1920, the 18 something.
Special small
the higher ends, I think you'll get away from that maybe. But you know what? The more I go with it, you know, when you have corks, especially like that's why they make synthetic corks now, because you can get the cork lock and stuff. I don't really have a problem with a twist top anyways, because you can always seal it back up.
Like we would.
No, I was thinking of that.
And look,
it's easier.
This one doesn't spill like the can.
Well, that can is funky over there. I'll tell you that. I'm not sold on the design. I was just sold on the fact that it was unique.
It could be the pourer.
It was probably 100% the pourer. Don't get me wrong.
It was pretty funny.
It was.
We only wasted a little.
It was exploding. I'm not gonna say a word. I want to see what you say. What's your first smell?
The last 2 times you've made me do that.
Well, I'm doing on this one for sure. The last one.
I want to say I'm getting a light cherry in this one.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, wow. We're going to go deep.
I am. I'm going deep on this one.
I don't really get the brown sugar note just yet.
Nope. That's not the one that jumps out at me as soon as I put that anywhere near me.
I'm not getting banana.
You are. You don't get banana bread with the cherries and the nuts and the banana itself.
I told you I got the cherries, but no nut.
That's why I said what else, because once you get the cherries, keep going. It might come to you. To me, I'm getting Mars banana bread with the nuts and all, cherries. I might even smell a chocolate chip in there. That's how much I'm getting that banana bread right now. This actually smells
good. It's a good
phenomenal. I haven't tried it yet.
It's a nice.
You tried it?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't wait. You kept telling me to come up with a plan. I couldn't come. It's a sugary. It's another caramely, sugary flavor.
Still on the tongue. Hold on a minute. Still on the tongue. That's actually a nice. Well, now I know why people rave about it. That's still on the tongue. Like, it's still in my mouth. Like, I can still taste that. So for 750 milliliter, it was $26.98. This is the 86 proof, which is the bottom end of theirs.
So they have an 80 or no?
I believe this is as low as they go. I think this is their bottom.
You see the research I'm doing.
I don't think they go any lower than that because I think the 1910 and 1920 I think are all
up
post 100. They're all up higher than 100. They have the 100 proof, which wasn't a bottle of the month.
I was going to say it's a bottle of the month.
I don't believe it is. It's just 100 proof. Don't quote me on it. Oh yeah, I 100% get that. This so. Now I know why everyone says the Brown Forman products. You know, now I know why. Cause I didn't realize Brown Forman actually owned Jack Daniels. I haven't had Woodford since we started this. I had it a million years ago. Someone had bought me a bottle and I guzzled it right down on ice. I didn't even pay attention. But
again, though, this is
delicious.
And no, it's not harsh.
No, it's actually phenomenal. What did I say? 26. I gotta start writing that down. 86 proof.
And maybe a light oak at the end, but it's a sugary before that.
You know, we almost have to move these till we do a taste test. What are you thinking? Like,
I don't really remember Old Town right now.
Honestly, I don't remember, and I drink them all the time. I stay away from the top three. We're gonna have to
do baby sips and then add a couple and see if they change.
We're gonna have to do maybe we'll one of the future episodes maybe instead of doing an opening, maybe we'll make a list on like
5, 6
our
that
top,
we think.
like do a 4 and a 4, and then bring it to the top 3 type of a deal. You know what I mean?
We have enough now up there that we could say
we can do. Because I'm thinking like Evan Williams, Bottled and Bond, 1783,
101.
These three,
101, 101's gonna
Fistful. Be okay. I think we have enough where we could do like a even if we did 3-3 and then the top 3 win. You know what I mean?
Granddad might hold on, or
I'd say
1783.
Definitely, yep, that's definitely one. Even Bully Boy.
I would even.
I'm telling you, I even think Bully Boy would
throw Ezra in there.
Nah, you know what? I might even. Honestly,
I don't know. As you can see, that one came back kind of late.
If you guys want to see some whiskey wars, let us know.
Or you want to throw one in. You see the 3 here. We kind of mentioned a few.
The problem is we're a little in advance, so by the time they see this, they if we were up to date,
yeah, true,
they would be able to chime in. Or we'll slow down.
I was gonna say we can't. I guess we can't throw it out there in between either. We'd open up the cat
because these wouldn't even be here. That is absolutely delicious.
What does it matter?
This is so complex.
I guess it wouldn't matter. We'll think about it.
The growings of the channel. That's the whole thing. This is
as you can see, we've moved this whole thing
multiple
probably
times,
5-6 times. So
and it's probably going to move 5-6 more times since then. Again, so no, it definitely. This is right up there with some of the best whiskey we drank. You know, as much as I wanted to almost say that, no, this isn't worth it. This is worth every penny. Honestly, like the premise of the channel is: can you drink? Is the cheaper whiskey just as good as the more expensive whiskey? And this isn't more expensive. This is literally $26.99. This isn't crazy money.
No.
So much more flavor than
26.
A lot of them.
You said
26.
So
it's still sub $30 for a 750 milliliter.
It'd be probably close to 40
for a handle.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're talking a lot more than like 10 high or any of the more handles.
Well, even
Ezra. Yeah, Ezra for a handle was what, $30? 90 proof.
$25.
So it's right around the same price.
That's a big of a liar.
Mm-hmm. This one's good. I'm interested to see. This is 86.
So close in proof as well. I don't know. It's very good. Very good.
I agree with you with Ezra. I thought it was really good.
This is very good.
This gives you the complexity of flavor.
And this is probably
really
this would be another one later. Would probably change it. For whatever reason,
I
it
think
comes,
that banana
it
would
comes
come
to
out
me.
hard. It really
I don't
not.
really get the banana.
I don't know how you can't get it.
I'm getting more
Do I
cherry.
got runts up here? Really? See, I get that.
I get the
I
cherry,
don't only get
cherry like brown sugar more than banana. Maybe I just don't have the smell of a banana. I'll have to start smelling banana rinds or something.
really. It's not so much a banana as it's the whole bread. Like it's that whole, and you made it, so that's why. Like it's the bananas and the cherries and the nuts and
I'm not getting a nut.
oh yeah. It's deep, deep, deep. I get the lightness to me. I do get the lightness of the cherry. It comes out in a banana though.
A real good drinker though.
No,
This probably has the most flavor of the one we've done in a while.
That's why I'm saying we have to do something because
even
these are good. These three are really good. But I bet this would almost beat Nom. Like it has, for what I haven't drank that in a while. It looks like I have, but I haven't drank it in a while. And
you know what? We haven't really touched the top.
I try not to touch the top three, and this has a nice.
It's.
You know, even at the 86, that little bit bump and proof, you know, it gives you a little tingle of the tongue. It has a nice oily feel. It's not water-esque at all. It kind of coats your mouth. It coats your throat. It doesn't so much give you the as they say, the Kentucky hug. You know, I don't know if it's bourbon coated that or not. Where it doesn't really warm you up a lot because it's not a higher proof, but really nice, easy drinker with a boatload of flavor. Like compared to the last few videos.
You get a little tingle on your tongue.
You do. You get
if you swash it around, you get that tingle.
That's what I mean. You get a little tingle of the tongue.
Right. You are correct. There is literally no burn. There is really no really charred taste.
There's no bitter. It's
right.
Smooth
No leftover.
silk.
Right. No leftover. Yeah. What is that?
Like we recently did this one where it had that coffee bitter aftertaste and it holds on. This one just. It almost coats like a syrup, like and then it goes away. But so there's no harshness.
But it's
like
not
comfy.
a bad,
it's a
uncomfortable flavor.
No,
it's just a.
No, this one's a. How am I going to keep this bottle flavor? That's what this is. Like, how am I not going to drink this guy down? That's what that flavor is.
So the trick for that is I bring it home first, and then it's too low for him to use.
It's for me to try, and then I got to try to hold on to it. There you go. That's about the only way that's going to stay anywhere. No,
it's even got a little going down. It has like a caramel-esque.
To me, it's
no barrel flavor.
It's almost like a thinned up maple syrup. Like if you water down a maple syrup and it like coats you all the way down. It's like a nice friendly. Oh, you're liking this, aren't you? You know, like it's like you can feel it going down, but it's not a burn.
The color
it's just
of the syrup actually.
It's everything that everyone's always said, and I really was secretly gonna say I was secretly hoping that I didn't love it this much because I wanted to be able to say, nope, 10 high is better than that. It's not even close. No, that's what I'm saying. No. Listen, honestly, all of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm always rooting for like Ezra and all the cheaper ones.
You bring that one back all the time, and
we've crushed it a bunch of times.
I know.
Oh no, we've beat it a bunch of times.
Even the Old Crow I thought was better than your 10 high.
I agree. I 100% agree. But then, so now I'm rooting for Old Crow then. But I don't know. I don't even think that would even have a shot.
It didn't make it back yet. So.
No, it hasn't made it back yet. It may not make a return appearance. I may not make another bottle.
Only because it was hard to find. But he just said it was in.
There was like 10 of them at the store. Had I known you weren't bringing it back, I would have bought one today because I bought a bunch of stuff anyways. But no, this.
It was.
I do get that.
It was a challenge for me, but
I'll be interested. I'll be interested to see if
if
I have to. I'll be
interested.
interested.
I was going to challenge you with something else, but I figured we just go with this one.
Oh, that's so good.
It might not make it back.
That's fine.
No, it will.
I'll be interested to see if. Look at you miss it.
I said Mayday.
That's all right.
Sorry.
We got towels. We got paper towels. We got towels. We're gonna make a mess. This is. I'll be interested to see now when we
do the samples.
Well, when you
Maybe
bump it up a
next
notch.
time, we could probably. Well, we'd almost have to put that out. We'll have to talk about that if we do want to do that, because we're so far ahead.
Yeah. Yep. Full disclosure, we do. With work schedules and stuff, we actually have way too many in advance because we're so excited to do this. We've actually been putting videos out there in case his vacations come on or work or times that we can't put them out there. And we only put out 2 a week, so we're way ahead. So we do want to end up taking requests and taking stuff, and that's why you'll see, or you may have already saw, when we get a special request or something that goes on, we're going to kind of try to film it so that you're not going to see all the bottles that we've already gone through because I've said it before, this is much like an addiction when you get a collection like this.
I guess, do we care? I mean, do you guys
leave a
even
comment down
scroll
below.
Back and say, look what they have now? Or
I mean, for the most part, it's focusing on us, not on all the bottles that are back there anyways. But it's hard to do a whiskey war with the bottles we've already drank where they haven't even seen them yet. But then again, I guess it really doesn't matter. If it wins. So it wouldn't matter. But
and it would change this,
Yeah.
Well,
that's just it. Because you know what? I don't mind. All of these were 3 delicious whiskeys. But the more we keep drinking and the more we keep going back, I 100% agree. Wild Turkey 101 is like a hidden gem. That is like Old Granddad was phenomenal. I can't find Old Granddad 114. I keep looking for that one. That's one I really want to try. But there are a bunch of them back here that when I've gone back to them, and again, we got rid of the neck pour and it goes down. Then you go back to it and you're like, oh, I don't remember.
Right.
You don't. It was good the day we had it, but sometimes I'll take a little sip of something and then I'll go to that one and I'm like, I don't remember Evan Williams 1783 being that delicious. Like compared to this, it is like 30 times better, And that's another one it's same thing. Evan Williams bottled and bond, dirt cheap, phenomenal, easy drinker.
I think it's cheaper than a 1783.
It is. It's cheaper than a lot of them up there. But this is the thing. Like until you actually do whatever we call it, whiskey wars, flight fights, whatever. Everyone's got.
We'll try to come up with something different.
I don't want to copy anyone, but then again, everybody's got everything taken out.
We'll think of something.
I'm not trying to take anybody's thunder, but the whole thing is until you blind them and you actually do them back to back, that's when you realize like, I don't know what this is, but this is delicious, and this is my number one. And then it's like, what do you mean it's Jack Daniels? You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Because what you think and again, tomorrow you might hate that one and like the one over here instead. So it'll be interesting. And that was kind of the reason why I wanted to do this anyway. So maybe we'll throw one in just to see. Maybe we'll make it is March Madness, even though this isn't March anymore. But, maybe we'll do something like that where we'll make a bracket with certain ones and we'll see who wins.
And then taste test them blind.
And then taste test them blind, see who wins and who advances, and see how it goes from there.
We may end up even changing how this looks too, because we're talking maybe the top 10, top 5 Irish, the top 10 or top 5 rye, the top 5 here. Canadian whiskey, we don't know yet.
I really like the way it looks right now, but then again, maybe we could do like the top 3s over there, and we can label it too. Like I don't know.
We're gonna get inundated.
Yeah.
So. The ones we don't like probably so much will be here, and the ones we kind of like will probably be here. We're still, it's been ever changing, so we'll see.
That's the fun of doing this. This is just getting more and more flavor as I drink it.
It does, even
honestly, the more it sits, the more we drink it. It's just like it's growing. This is like growing with flavor.
And no alcohol.
No,
my nose is in it, and it's like there's no, like, wow, this is a blast. No. You just get couple flavors.
Yeah, you couldn't say, oh, I smell ethanol at all. Like, there was no... And I shut my mouth. Like, that's just... That is a bottle of deliciousness right there. That's all it is. That is...
It's moving towards the row.
No, that's why I'm saying... I remember not being, like, overbearingly better than all the other ones when we first started, now I think there's a few up there that'll fight with it. And this is 100% one of them. I really do.
And some of the guys have asked, is it still up there? I'm like, we have, but we haven't really done.
We haven't done a war. In all fairness, we haven't actually blinded it, so we're just strictly going off of memory. But I just remember this being. But right now, I think I'm in love. I want a divorce.
You want a little
and
bit.
It's kind of tough now. We've gone on forever, but we will have to do maybe the next episode. Maybe we do some kind of a blind.
Pick 5 or 6.
I don't know if we want to go too lengthy though. I think 4 might be the happy medium. 3 or 4 where we can, so you can really figure out.
Are you going blind?
For a second,
let's just try them. What we think now. Well, if we took 6 and we just sampled them, and then we put like our top 3, then we do a blind on how they.
I think it's fair if you do a blind though instead.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat, because that way you have no idea what they have.
Another person. Or I guess
we could
you
do
hide
it,
and I hide.
Shuffle, and we might not be drinking the same whiskey at the same time. But on the other hand, at the end, we'll know whiskey A is Old Forester, whiskey B is Old Tub, whiskey C is, you know what I mean? So we might not be drinking the same one.
We can wing it.
And see how it comes out. And see, at the end, we'll see how our taste buds actually jive, because we don't know. We've never actually, we could say it like this, but when you do blinds like that, you may venture to Old Forester, and I went to Knob. You know, it depends. Which is going to make it tough too.
Yeah, you know what's going to make it tougher is like easier drinker taste.
We'll have to work that out.
You know that's going to be.
We're going to have to work that out before we do it.
And obviously we can't mix. We'll have to just stay with bourbon and.
No, yeah, you can't throw a
Irish
scotch in.
Definitely not going to throw a scotch in, because I'll know that in 2 seconds.
No, you can't. No, it's going to have to definitely be like, this is basically what our top whiskey / bourbon is. Yeah. The other ones won't compete, honestly, because I don't think they have the flavor. But there you go. This is all they say it is in a box of chocolate right there. This is delicious, absolutely delicious. And it's only the 86. It's $26.99. It's not outrageous. If you are cheap like me and you were trying to steer away from it, if you are going to try to go to a name brand, semi-expensive, like if you want your first pour and then you get a jug of Old Crow or something to drink afterwards, that is phenomenal stuff.
It still would be that's total change of flavor. You would still notice it.
Of course you would, but after you drink a bunch, you're not going to notice anything. If you were drinking like me, where you had a mason jar and ice and stuff like that, after your first glass, you're done anyway. So, but...
And I say that, I mean, I've had a bourbon, and then I go to a scotch. And then
of all people, so, right?
So
you're the only one I know that goes to rum, to vodka, to beer, to anything.
We happen to do, a bourbon and a scotch, and
no, you can do it. It's just it's a total change in flavor and taste. And this is the reason why I think bourbon is so much more complex than the other. And that's what I'm saying. This thing is growing in the glass. This is like a petri dish right now, and there's like bacteria coming out.
Because we are running.
Yeah. But. So yeah, 100% buy right here. I can't wait to try their more expensive brands. Again, I'm trying to stay out of the expensive, but this alone is one that they don't really talk about because nobody buys this one. This is like this.
It's kind of weird. Oh, it's
because it's you know what?
Probably because I guess people like you, I'll say you, would go towards the handle more than to this for the same price,
right?
And not really know the flavor of this.
Correct.
But tolerate the flavor of that, which
correct.
Not even say tolerate, because
you know what it is right now is there's a lot of and we haven't got there yet, but there's a lot of like proof snobs that if it's sub 100%, I don't want it. It's not even worth drinking it. Well, you're not going to get any flavor if it's under 100%. This is a bounty of flavor. Yeah. So I can only imagine what the 120 or the 115 or what that's going to taste like.
If you're going to get that much more flavor.
Well, because it's not cut.
I hear you.
I mean, this right here is 86 proof. So if this came out of the barrel at 120, that's that much water to get that down to 86 proof. So how much more flavor are you going to get out of a barrel if you get 120 proof? You know what I mean? You should get so much more taste. And that's the theory behind it. This is more water than whiskey when you look at the proofs. You know what I mean? As compared to if you get one that's barrel strength that came right out and it's 100 and whatever. So
got it.
There you go. Absolutely delicious either way you look at it. This drinks like a dream. Like there's no bite back where the 120 proof you might be like, yeah, you know, they hit you hard.
That's gonna hit us.
I don't think it would hit us, but it would hit some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, all right. there is that Old Forester 86. I don't know if it's actually named anything other than the 86 proof, but absolutely phenomenal. So drink more, spend less. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Hey, like, subscribe. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's today's favorite right there.
It is.
My new
It
favorite
is.
right
It is
there.
the most flavor.